timing is completely narfed with
Are
COVID.
you kidding? Let me show you how much I love what I did at East West. I have my poster framed from when I was with you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Back
So
the last weekend of October in 2019.
That's it.
For
okay.
The bug.
And yeah, the big bug. And where are you zooming out of? East Coast, right?
Yes. I'm about 45 minutes west of Albany, New York. Very rural, 32,000 people and a bunch of sheep and cows in the county.
Sounds like a good place to spend 2020.
Oh, it was wonderful. Yes.
Lots of snow this winter too.
Yes. From December 21st to the beginning of March, you did not see the ground. It was all white. But
yeah,
it's fair now. And we get birds. It's great.
Spring is here. Well, I wanted to just, for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of experiencing an event or meeting Corbie, I wanted to introduce her briefly. She's a certified tarot master, certified psychic, trained medium, and ordained minister. And her work is really wonderfully showcased in the book series from Robert Schwartz, which we'll put that in the description here, Your Soul's Plan and Your Soul's Gift. And she's worked on all levels metaphysic, coming on almost 50 years now. So Corbie, thank you for spending some time with us here, and hopefully we can learn a little bit more about your work and also about the event that you're doing with us this weekend.
That would be wonderful. East West is probably one of my top 3 bookstore and knowledge areas in the US. So always glad to talk to you guys.
So how did it begin with you, your quest in this, not so ordinary path?
Oh, you want the 30-second elevator speech?
Yeah.
When I was 9, I read a book called The Witch Family by Eleanor Estes. And instead of thinking, ooh, that's scary, or ha, 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 I thought, and your point is, I knew there was magic in the world and I wanted to find it. Fast forward to 1973, when I was a senior in high school, working part-time at Spencer Gifts. They had the James Bond 007 tarot deck and I bought it. We were all hippies then. You had your elephant bells and your fringe jacket and your deck. 5 years later, everyone else had moved on to roller skates and disco balls. I kept reading. I loved the stories that the cards would tell. So I read for friends for 20 years. 1994, apparently I must have done enough inner work that Spirit said, hello, you're drafted, you're working for us. And I could do hands-on healing and talk to dead people with no training. I did this part-time and went full-time on 9/11 when I saw the towers burn. And I said to my husband, I need to do this full-time. People need to know there are other answers out there. And I've never looked back.
That's brilliant. 9/11, what a catalyst for all of us in so many different ways.
Yes.
So Corbie, this weekend we're doing this workshop that you've created called Your Sentence of Passion. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came to be, how this workshop formed?
Absolutely. Do you know how many times somebody comes to a psychic and says, tell me my purpose. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? And I look at them and say, my darling client, I can't tell you that because I haven't lived your life, faced your challenges, had your triumphs. Your sense of passion is not what you do or who you are or even how it looks. It's your vapor trail. What you leave behind in every encounter so that when you hit heaven in ball times and fumes in the tank and God hands you a beer and says, so, you get to say, look at what I did, God, it was so cool. My personal sentence of passion is cross the bridge from fear to fearlessness and fly. When I can take somebody from point A to point B when they thought they couldn't make it, I'm living my bliss. And I've done it in every job I've ever had.
So that sentence, you use it every day or every
you live
week?
it. It's a rallying cry. Now it's different from your motto. Your personal motto is what you say to yourself in the mirror every day to get going. I have 2. One is live the examined life. The other one is a great quote from Robert Heinlein. In life, moderation is for monks, take big bites. But your sentence of passion is your rallying cry, what you say to others to uplift them and inspire them.
Mm-hmm. And you live that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That's amazing. So in how long have you been doing this workshop for?
Oh, this workshop, probably about 15 years now.
Wow. So what kind of, do you have any stories of people who have created their sentence? Have they come back to you in a year or two later? Or
I watch them fly. A lot of people come into these things completely lost. I'm not really good at anything. I don't really have a purpose. I'm not that important. But the key is, it's not just you come in with, your homework and your questions answered, and you just get your story. You work with someone else who, because they don't know you, can see you lovingly and objectively and hand you the gift of, do you not see this is everything that you put into the world?
Mhm.
So you leave not only knowing what you're here for, but being seen. How many of us just don't get seen in the world? So it's an incredibly powerful workshop. And I have had people start becoming life coaches. I have had people leave businesses they didn't love and start their own businesses. I have had someone who was turned around an almost divorce situation, and the marriage is still going strong 12 years later.
Wow.
When you know what you're here to give and you know that there is something, you anchor yourself to the world a lot better. There's more joy, and you get to get up every morning. You don't have to get up every morning. That's huge.
Yeah, when you were saying, you reminded me of many times talking to customers at the store and having them have that same, do you think I should see this reader or that one, because I really need to know what's next for me in this life, or I still don't know what I'm doing after 40 years or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's really brilliant to hear you say this is kind of something that's most beneficially worked on with others too, because isn't it kind of you can see it in others, but you can't see it in yourself. So
Yeah.
getting together and mirroring that sounds really practical, really.
And it kind of turns the idea of self-help books on their head. They all tell you what you're supposed to be. And if you don't fit their paradigm, what do I do? It's why the book that I wrote, called Clean Out Your Life Closet, is the exact opposite. The reader writes it with me, and everyone who reads it will have a slightly different book experience than the next person. I believe in my clients, and I believe that you've got your own answers. My job is just help you shine a light on them.
Wow. Well, when did your book come out, Cleaning Out Your Life Closet?
Clean Out Your Life Closet was my very first book back in 2017. Here's the book. And it talks about 4 things: clarity, adaptability, simplicity, and making friends with stress. And one of the chapters in there is getting clear on your purpose, which is where I touch a tiny bit on what we do in the Create Your Sentence of Passion workshop, but just for a taste. You want the whole thing, then it's the 3-hour experience with me.
Awesome. So when do people need to sign up? I know you have we have a questionnaire or that we send out. So
Yeah,
when does that have to, when's this cutoff for the sign up?
the cutoff for the sign up, I would say, is like 5 o'clock on Thursday, because the questions are not just name, address, phone number, and how old you are. They get you to really think about your life so that we can help you see your own patterns and the things that drive your heart. And I want you to take time with it rather than skip through it in 15 minutes.
There's
So,
homework.
yes, please sign up by Thursday. I can't wait
Okay.
to work with you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Corbie. We'll, in the description here, after we upload it, we'll put in, the link to register to this awesome event. And also we have some featured reading that people can look at and purchase online. And thank you so much, Corbie, for giving us just a little teaser here and get people, it's so helpful when we talk in person about these events. You can read a description, but you can also have music playing, the tea kettle's going, and it's so hard to focus in this day and age. So I hope this is helpful for people
Yes,
to introduce you to Corbie and to the event. So thank you, Corbie, so much.
it was a pleasure.
All right, see you this weekend.
You betcha.